ooh, like, who is that?
Mm-hmm.
And then dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Like
The first time you can show yourself.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
A test in itself, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it
the
was
Lord
a
putting a
crossroad.
test.
Yeah.
It was a crossroad. And it was like that at that moment, I knew, like I had already knew it wasn't no going back to that. What's good, y'all? It's your boy BuddieRoe tuning in with One-on-One with Jerm, Avenue A CEO. New stuff coming on the way. You dig?
And just like that, we back. Episode 140, One-on-One with Jerm, here on the FOMO Podcast Network. Got my boy Guapo in the building. Guap.
Whoop. What's up, man?
But we got a special guest. Mo
Who's our
City's
special
finest.
guest? We got a good one, huh?
Yeah, Mo City's finest.
Yeah.
You know, Southside Basquiat is what I heard. You know,
dig?
of one, per se, artiste.
For sure.
That's what I like to say, man. That boy BuddieRoe in the building. What's going on?
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Chilling, man. Enjoying life.
Enjoying life, the fruits of our labor, man.
For sure.
Guap, how are you, sir? Another week?
Man, being honest, bro, this week has been tough, dog. It's been a tough week. There's been a lot of ups and downs. It's the end of the week, though, so like can't get any worse than it's been this week.
What's the ups? We're going into the weekend. We can't have any downs going into the weekend.
Damn, what are the ups? I say ups and downs, right? It's been a lot of downs.
No, I want the ups.
I hit a personal PR in the gym. That's an up.
Hey, come on now, talk about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Swole on them.
For other than that, it's just been downs. But it's not about me tonight, man.
It's not about
our guest.
you,
Mr. BuddieRoe here, right?
We are one.
You made it about you.
I know I did, right? I like the attention sometimes, but I don't want to get too into it. Look, y'all want to hear something crazy though? Y'all want to hear a fun story? Now that I brought up,
yeah, go ahead.
So earlier this week, this lady needed her car pushed out the middle of the street. Bro, I pushed that car by myself. Bro, 4 cars went around her, didn't bother to help her. So look, I was on lunch. I was on lunch and I was like, look, you're kind of in my way. So I kind of got to help you. Like, if she was one lane over, I probably would have just kept going. But I was like, you know what? You're in my lane. I'm going to help you out. And I didn't know she was an old lady till I like walked up to her. And here's the thing, right? Because I am Mexican, like I had to kind of approach her with the like, hey, I'm a nice Mexican. Like, don't be afraid. I felt,
you don't have a beard.
I felt like an angel. Like, do not be afraid. You know what I'm saying? And
did you have your hair down or up?
I had my hair up.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? But she was crying, and I was like, hey, you need some help? She was like, yeah, my car broke down, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, look, when this light turns green, I just need you to just steer it. We're going to push this to the nearest.
Pretty neutral, baby.
Well, it wouldn't turn. Like, she couldn't turn the key. She couldn't do anything. So I don't know what was wrong. I'm not a mechanic. I know I'm Hispanic, but I'm not a mechanic. You know what I'm saying?
Bars.
Facts.
Feel me? Contrary to popular belief, not all Mexicans know how to work on cars.
That's a lie.
But I know some things. But I was just like, I don't know what to help you with, but I can get you out the street. You know what I'm saying? So
you was a
light
good
turns
Samaritan.
green. Yeah. Light turns green. I pushed the car solo. You know what I'm saying? I was so glad that I've been hitting the gym this year. You know what I'm saying?
Everything happened for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason. Like I said, I've been having a really bad week. And so like I get to the situation where this lady just
happened today?
No, this happened on I think Wednesday.
So you were a good Samaritan the middle of the week.
I was her angel at the middle of the week. Yeah, her little brown angel. You know what I'm saying? I did something good. And then, you know, people was like, oh, yeah, you did so great. I'm like, look, I don't need y'all. God got me. You know what I'm saying?
God has you.
And God has y'all, man.
Too. But God also has BuddieRoe. Buddy. What's up, man? How you been?
What up, man?
What's new? What's going down?
Man, just a lot of business. You know, tending to just housekeeping. You know, I ain't released any music.
Since 2022, right?
Yep, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
I just really been locking in on, you know, when I do drop, which we are dropping this year.
Are you dropping multiples this year? Are you dropping just?
We working on multiples for sure.
Right.
Am I dropping multiples? I don't know. You know, that's
whatever's in the cards.
Yeah. Whatever's in the cards. We're moving forward with just working.
That's it.
Yeah, tax season, you know, got to make sure everything.
Stop. Man, taxes, bro. If it's one thing they'll get you caught up, it's taxes, bro. If they got Wesley Snipes, they'll get anybody for it.
Yeah, you got to make sure it's on, on point. Like, especially.
Bro, I'm afraid of IRS more than I'm gangsters.
Hold on. Do you do your own taxes?
Nah, somebody on my team do.
Damn, that must be nice.
Yeah.
On the team.
On the
I
team,
can't wait
bro.
to get to that level.
I use
On the
TurboTax.
team,
Shout out TurboTax.
Shout out TurboTax, man.
It's just like you said, man. You start working out, right, and
Yep.
then like it just aligned for you to pull up on the lady who needed it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just had the right tools, and so that's kind of how I just work with the team. It's like I don't know how to do taxes. I be trying to learn though,
Right.
just so I could be like well versed and
Self-efficient.
yeah, exactly.
sure.
But
For
it's like the Most High kind of blessed me when I start learning a little bit of something. Be like, oh well, okay, well
Here's
like,
this. Yeah. Now I was shocked to see that you were born in '96. I in my heart of heart, I could have sworn you were around our age group. It's like you have a old soul, but you were born in '96. I can't believe it.
The greatest year in hip hop.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what a cassette tape is?
For sure.
Okay, for sure. I was just making sure.
I'm
you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like
from the
sometimes
H2, like
Hey,
Yeah, old school 9-6.
great,
okay, all right.
great
all right.
tape. Yeah.
Mm.
Actually 9-6, it's like a swing group.
And the
Like
pendulum.
half of us are millennials, and the other half is Gen Z.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like I'm born in January, so like I'm a
The
millennial.
millennial side.
But like June
on over.
on over is like Gen Z.
So that's why they look so old.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I've heard that. We look so old. Us Gen Zers. Something in the water, baby. I can't tell you.
So like, real quick, right? So we had something scheduled, and then Jerm hits me up. He's like, "Yo, we gonna have BuddieRoe on, right?" And so I was like, "Bet." You know what I'm saying? We gonna get into it with this man.
My researcher.
My
My Pulitzer Prize
So
nominee.
we went to my segment pretty early of I crept on your Instagram.
Okay.
Creeping.
I have a couple issues. One, but
I
also
I know where it's going.
Also, hold on. Also, like you are gonna bring like this interview, man.
Yeah.
You really gonna test me here, all right? I did my best because I went on your Instagram. There was literally 3 posts,
I knew it.
and it angered me inside because I like gossip. I like to creep on people's like social medias, and I was like, "There's nothing to creep."
But the creep.
But
Did you go to the highlights?
you know, look, man. When I say I'm a professional creeper, I'm a professional creeper. All right, man. So I don't know you. I really don't know you very well, but I want to get to know you, and I know people are gonna want to get to know you, and I think I want to start with back in 2018,
19 or 18?
18, maybe 19. Might have been one of those. Yeah, I think it was 18 is the right one, where you did a H-Town rap battle for Dope Easy.
That was 17.
17. Okay, 17. So my date's a little off. I'm sorry about that. You posted a 1 minute verse on a freestyle, right? So my question to you for that is, when you're doing a battle like that, and I'm assuming you were kind of new into the rap game around that time, as far as like jumping into the ciphers and stuff like that.
Yes, for sure, jumping into ciphers, because I didn't want to jump in. Like jumping into ciphers, like that is the essence. Like that's where it started. But
that's the beginning.
I didn't want to jump in ciphers because I didn't want to be known as like a freestyle cipher type artist. I wanted to be known for the music.
Yeah.
So like that was my first time like jumping out in that realm, because Doe was like, "Bro, do this. Like, it's gonna benefit you.
Yeah.
Like, I know what you got. Go ahead and do this."
Yeah.
So
And how did you feel as far as, because you just said right now, like it's not something that you that you wanted to do because you didn't want to be seen in that just being a battle rapper, freestyle rapper, whatever, a cipher rapper. So internally for yourself, like how did you have to prepare for this 1 minute? You got to put your best bars in it. It's a competition. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was your mindset? And kind of like how did you feel? What were your emotions going into this?
I like that.
confident.
Confident?
Yeah. Because I mean,
You come across that way, a pretty confident man.
I mean, I've been doing this for a really long time,
Mhm.
and music was all I knew.
Right.
As far as how to express myself, for a really long time, I'm a natural introvert that learned how to be
An extrovert
through music.
Networking with other people.
Exactly. It made me stretch who I am as a person. It's constantly making me stretch as a person. So
it's pushing you to go limits that you've never been to.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, I was confident in that for sure, because I mean, like, bars, okay,
I got that.
Yeah.
How many rounds was that? that you had to battle?
Rounds total at the actual event. I think I did like, man, I don't know, because that championship round they kept making me go like back and forth with the with the last finalists. So probably like 8 to 10. Yeah.
And at any point where you just like, man, like I'm over this. Like I don't want to do this anymore. Like
I was over it. So like
I was over it quick.
Yeah, I was over it the first one, because I lost the first event. Artist named RWAR. Not like, and was great about the event is everybody that competed, we all have good relationships. Everybody left with good relationships.
That's the best part.
Yeah, the finalist was Big Bad Cab and me. And me and Cab was cool before that because he was cool with Doe and I was cool with Doe. But after that, me and Cab got even more close. Yeah, right. And K-Dog and everybody, like, it just, the camaraderie built a little bit. But yeah, I was over it when I lost to 2Raw, because basically, like, DJ Shantae was spinning, and you know, it's a cypher, so I'm thinking, okay, we going East Coast beats, maybe some West Coast. If it's from the South, it's gonna be something that's got some room on it for us to actually put bars together. And then she played Big Tuck Get Money instrumental, and I was just like, nah,
get money, we gonna get.
Yeah, that wasn't it. And I was caught off guard by it. And that was the moment when I was like, okay, I'm over this. Y'all just on some. Y'all just doing anything
now.
So you get into the first round, you lose.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people losing in the first round, man. That breaks a lot of people. So in this adversity, how did you, like, you know, pick up yourself from your strap boots? You know what I'm saying? You pick yourself up, like, all right, we going to the second round. You know what I'm saying? How are we gonna get into the second round? What was your mindset, Lowen? Like, I just lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Here comes round number 2. You know, were you kind of shook? Were you more confident? Like, you know what? I should have won that first round.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Like I should have won. I felt like if the circumstances were different, without like the beat and stuff like that, I just felt like I was the best contestant. Period. Like,
there's that confidence.
Yeah, I just felt like I was the best contestant, and really my when I lost, I said I wasn't going back, and that was kind of like my ego tripping. Yeah. Like, they don't know what they talking about. Like, that's why I don't mess with Houston stuff. Like, that's how I was thinking. I was like, I don't mess with Houston stuff because stuff like that. Like, why would you play Big Tuck when we done been playing Biggie Who Shot Ya and stuff like that? Like, we done been rapping on I Got 5 on it. You know, like, why would you play Big Tuck out of all of that? In all respect to DJ Shantae, like, I've been cool with her for a long time.
It's just the song,
but
choice.
That wasn't, and she never did it again. So that let me know that was a conversation as well. Like, that doesn't match the vibe. Like, this is about bars. Why don't play a Dougie?
Something that is left field.
Yeah. Why we playing the Dougie track?
So another post that came up, and you tell me if you remember this. All right. Nobody has the answers. Keep going.
Yeah.
Have you found answers to things that you might have been going through at that time?
Yeah and no.
No, yes and no.
Yes and no.
Still he wanted an answer.
You know what I'm saying? Because behind that quote, there's something that was going on.
When was that?
Should around the same time, or 2018,
2019. My answers keep going. What might I have been going through at that time? Yeah, no, like, I got some answers. Like, at that time, I was trying to build myself to where I am now. Like, I'm still growing to be who I want to be.
Right.
I always envision myself as a CEO. I always envision myself doing things on big platforms as an artist. And I ain't gonna say always wanted to be, but at a certain point when I got educated, I always wanted to be independent. All of those things I am now.
Good. Yeah.
You manifested it.
Manifested, yeah.
Right.
Spoke it to the atmosphere.
Exactly. So I have the answers to some of those things because that's what I was seeking then. But as to how, you know, like nobody has those answers. You just gotta keep going.
You gotta keep going. Yeah.
And then they will be just like I was telling Jerm, like I wanted to learn about the tax, like how to do artist taxes. I wanted to be good at the business aspect of music. And when I started learning that, it was unveiled that somebody in my circle already know how to do taxes.
Yeah.
Got the software, got all of this stuff, and they've been doing it for years. And it's like, yeah, let's do it.
Do you have, or well, I guess your social media, is it intentional 3 posts? Like, are you like this?
I was wondering that from artists.
It's intentional.
That's a good question.
That's not fair for people like me.
Everything on BuddieRoe's Instagram,
the numbers
is intentional.
It's intentional. Okay, because you made it difficult for me, man.
Are you a numbers guy?
What's that?
Are you a numbers guy?
Yeah. I like numbers.
Yeah, I'm starting to get more into numbers.
Yeah,
I got a few favorite. That's why I always ask. I'll be like 3 posts, 1 post, 5. Like you just wonder.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I believe that the Most High talk through different mediums, and I believe like for me, like with research that I've been doing and studying I've been doing, he definitely communicates with me through numbers sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. Not all the time.
Like, not all the time.
Sure.
I'm not sitting here seeking out, you know, but like sometimes he'll make some numbers stand out. And,
even more.
And I know it, you know, things were made with formulas, you know, like this whole existence is intentional.
For sure.
So it takes like H2O. You know what I mean? That's a mathematical equation. So it's like it's 2 oxygen, you know, molecules to make H2O. So it's like that's a formula. So I know everything is mathematic in this world that was created. So yeah, I think I believe and know that there's intention behind every number.
Facts.
You mentioned the Most High. I didn't notice in your music you do mention God. Yahweh, yeah.
Facts.
So, and I see you wearing the Genesis.
Yeah.
9:13.
Yeah. 9:13. Yeah.
So, I guess straight up. So are you a Christ believer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Facts.
When were you raised in church? Were you raised in that atmosphere?
Were you in the choir?
Were you in the choir?
That's the real question. Were you in the choir?
So,
hey man, I was in the choir when I was young, man.
Facts. I was too. Facts. I'm no hate to the choir.
I had a solo
gang.
at one point.
Tenor gang. We ain't gonna hate.
I didn't have like my parents weren't strict on religion at all. You know, like even now, I don't look at myself as a religious person at all. Like, especially with the studying that I've been doing, like with religion, it's like, you know, when I even look at the Bible, I don't look at it like a religious text. I look at it like it's genuine instructions for how to live my life. Like I don't have to go to church. I don't have to go nowhere. Like where 2 or 3 are gathered, he is in the midst.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? So
he's
like
always in the midst.
My coming to the Most High was completely outside of the church. It was a spiritual awakening. It was through dreams. I always been a dreamer. And I still am a dreamer. My wife would tell you, like, and
dreams are real.
Dreams for sure. Your spirit never sleeps.
Never ever.
And the spirit world never sleeps.
You moving.
Exactly.
Constantly.
But your body
is
gotta rest.
Got to.
It got to. So
but your mind don't ever stop.
And the Most High just talking to you. He trying to tell you like exactly what your next steps need to be, or you know, something in your heart. For sure. So
I already know.
You mentioned that you don't need to be in the church, or you don't see the need to be in the church. I just had the conversation with my mom too. She was like, "You need to get back in the church." And you know, the one thing I tried to tell her was like, "Look, I understand that I might not be in church, but my walk with Christ, my walk with God is my walk, and the way that I'm gonna do it is the way I'm gonna do it, and how my spirit feels led." You know,
I tell my folks the same thing. My pops is a preacher, so I'm a PK.
Understood.
And you know, I be saying the same thing. I be like, you gotta come back to church. I be watching it online, but I'm like, my walk. I read my word. I'm in touch. I pray.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like I'm just not it's a building.
Yeah,
You feel me?
Facts.
At the end of the day, no disrespect to church and but it's a building.
Yeah.
But if you're a so-called Christian or you believe in the Lord, your walk should represent outside of that building as well. You feel me?
Right.
You should be able to have conversations about how we're having conversations now outside of just being in that building.
Yeah. The behavior should be.
I'm sorry, Guapo, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That was beautiful, man.
That should be what speaks to people and make the question come up. You know what I mean? Like, I had to learn that as well. Like, I used to feel away because like I was so confused about like, oh, do I take like a D1 type approach or like a Eshawn Burgundy type approach, and I'm just like, yeah, like every interview, and it's just like, man, it's in your walk. So it was brought up.
People will see it.
You know what I'm saying? It was brought up for a reason for us to have this conversation, and those type of things be giving me confirmation. Like, all right, just keep doing your walk because your walk ain't nothing like nobody else's walk, and he doing different things with everybody at different times.
I like that.
Yeah.
When I say Mo City, what does that mean to you?
Oh, man.
Yeah. Had to make that man think for a second.
No, for sure. I the first thought I had was everything, but it ain't no more because at a certain point in time it was foundation.
Yeah. Where it started.
Yeah.
First stepping stone from you.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, I don't accept a lot of Mo City residents. You know, it's only a select few I let in.
I feel that. I feel that. Yeah,
fold. It's West up on this side, but you know, they the cousins. They always are welcome. When they good people.
Now and I'm from the gate too.
Yeah, you from Briargate for shiggity. Yeah, from Briargate, man. What does that mean to grow up in Briargate, man? I done heard a lot of kids. Yeah, I'm from Gate.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's different. It's different than the rest of the Mo. Like from Briargate on back, you know, that's different. That's Willow Ridge and McCullough territory. And if you know anything about Willow Ridge and McCullough, it's different than if you go to like a Marshall or a Hightower or a Dulles. It's more like the West.
Yeah.
It's more like, you know, the city bus don't run to them other places
at all.
The last stop is on Fondren. Fondren is literally the last neighborhood for Briargate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like Briargate, Ridgemont, Mayfair Park, Briar Villa, Benchmark, like I said Ridgemont. You know what I'm saying? Like all that over there is different. It's more like Houston, but then you literally drive 10 minutes.
And you not in Houston.
It's a complete different vibe.
You know what was so different? When I was a kid, all my homies from church, most of them used to stay in Mo City.
You went to Bethel's?
No, I went to Joy Tabernacle.
Okay.
On the southeast side.
Okay.
But they houses had like the little stairs on the inside. I'm like, bro, I ain't never seen it. Only in the Mo. Only the houses in the Mo got the little stairs that walk up into the living room or whatever the case might be. Or walk down. Walk down. Bro, never saw that in you. I'm like, bro, what is this?
That's thinking a whole new world over here.
Exactly what I saw. I'm like, bro, they got basements over here. I was like, I ain't never seen this in Houston, bro. That's one thing I know that stands out from the city, from Houston and Mo City. Like that sticks out into my head.
Yeah. The houses are way different. Like that's when, cause you know, Houston pretty old. So it's like a lot of houses like shotgun type houses. Even if they're nice. Like when you go to the Heights and, you know, 6th Ward and all that, where they built it up, like it's still the same style house. Like it's built up on, you know,
the little bricks. Or
you know,
I know what you're talking about.
And most city houses look like a house that you'll see like in Atlanta or something.
In a regular neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Now you went to Hightower.
No, I went to the Ridge.
You went to the Ridge?
Yes, sir.
You was hooping?
Yeah, I hooped.
You hooped on varsity?
Man, I left my junior year. I got cut from varsity my junior year, and I never returned to play.
That was it. Your hoop dream was over with.
Over with. Rap started.
Ah, man, my god brother is Daniel Ewing. Legend.
That's insane.
Legend.
We used to be at camps, bro, with TJ Ford and his brother. So I'll say, like, I didn't make the varsity team,
but you felt like you was
not even that, bro. I played with varsity since my sophomore year. Like, I don't know what happened. My dad always say he feel like it was something like off the court because I was a class clown. I was like,
you just had personality, man. Yeah, charisma.
He was born to be a star.
Yeah. But like, you know, my two best friends are the only two people that they would even say was better than me at the school, and one was ranked number 12 in the state, and the other one was ranked number 2 in the state.
Put some respect on BuddieRoe name.
Hey, you ever beat them at the crib, like on a one-on-one, just like for fun, and you just like kept that in the bank? Like, remember that time I beat you, bro?
Never.
Like, you might be number 12. You never beat him, bro. I would
never beat him.
I would take their knee out.
Very humble.
Never beat him.
Humble.
But the thing is, when you hoop for real, you understand.
Yeah.
1-on-1 does not mean that you're better than somebody.
Facts.
I'm 5'11", 6 feet. I'm playing with people that are 6'3". Like, I went to play when we played Episcopal, I'm playing against 3, 6, 10 people. The point guard 6'3". You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a big guy for basketball.
Yeah.
But I know how to play for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He a hooper.
Like, I really got it. So yeah.
So being a real hooper, and then come 2021. You get placement on NBA 2K22.
Yeah.
Not only do you get placement, but you have Jason Tatum and Steve Stout review your song and select
his song.
You now being a hooper, right? And seeing somebody who Jason Tatum, right? I mean, great player, top dog, and then Steve Stout, top dog in the music,
in his music field.
How did you feel just getting that review? Never mind the placement yet. They're just reviewing you.
Yeah.
I mean, did you feel like all this work that I put in as an artist, like it's finally coming together for me?
Yeah, that's
been in my notes.
That was the breadcrumbs. I always say, like, you know, my label is Avenue A. That's my label, my movement, my mindset. It's Avenue A because I just know that the Most High got a purpose for all of us. And so that purpose that he put inside of me, once I start walking that path, it's like you got to deal with everything that's on that path, knowing that this is the path that's made for you. But along that path, if you stay the course, there's going to be breadcrumbs letting you know that this is where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And every time something like that happens, it's like, yes, important not to get too high, get too low, but it is very important to understand that this would not happen if it wasn't supposed to happen. So I'm on the right path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get placement. Being let's fast forward a little bit. And you are the first rapper signed to Reading with a Rapper. So now you got placement on NBA 2K. Can you explain what Reading with a Rapper is for those who don't know?
Yeah, it's an educational program where we just, you know, use hip hop to teach kids literacy in schools.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
For sure.
We do have a studio audience tonight.
Yes.
How does it feel to have kids be influenced by your music and also study it and break down your lyrics? Like, you're in a classroom and kids are breaking down your lyrics to your song that you crafted.
Yeah.
How does that, like, when you first heard that, how did you feel?
So when I first heard it, it was surreal. I couldn't believe that. Excuse me. People have done stuff like that before, but it was like really corny. And when Jerm and Doug, which are the founders, hit me up for the first demonstration in 2018, right after the H-Town rap battle. So it was like H-Town rap battle end of 2017. They was rolling out their program beginning of 2018. I was one of the first artists that they hit up. When they hit me up for it, I was like, I'm making music so the kids in my neighborhood could not think that drill is the only way you can you can make other music other than drill, and you can do stuff other than the stuff they talking about in drill music.
Facts.
And so I was making music for that, for the people after me, because I seen how basically it was somebody in my neighborhood that we all was cool with, but he was younger than us, and he got like murdered for beef that happened before our age group. So it's like, damn, like this still like what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? And then I had the understanding about frequencies and all that, and like what you listening to really goes into like what you doing.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
When they hit me up, I was like, I'm already on that. So let's do it. But it broadened my perspective, because it's like I really was only making music for people in Briargate, South Houston, Southwest. That's really what it was about. That was my mindset. You know, my first serious project was called Sunrise Over Briargate.
For sure.
And so, you know, it was surreal to see that the true perspective was broader than what I was making it. I was making it about, you know, me and my neighborhood and the kids that are growing up after me and going to the Ridge and going to McCullough and all that. And so many other kids are living that same story over and over. So seeing them break it down and come and want to talk to me afterwards, it was just like, it was eye-opening.
Inspiring.
Yeah, for sure.
To let you know that you was on that right path.
Yeah.
Was it hard for you to change your lyrics from, you know, being explicit to having to
kids
moderate?
Bop it?
Yeah.
Nah.
Kids bop it.
Nah,
Thank
I was
you.
I
Kids
was
bop it.
I was doing that. That's the alignment
That
of
fit
the
perfect.
whole thing, is because I was making those changes in my personal life already. And also listening to people like, you know, people compare me to Kendrick, right? Or Cole. But, you know, somebody I'm seriously inspired by is Lupe. And I'm listening to him and I'm like, bro, he barely cussing.
If you really listen.
If you listen, he's articulating his points really nicely. This is beautiful. You know, and so
Samurai legend.
Yeah. Yeah, like Lupe to me, you know, top 5. And you know, along with the spiritual growth that was happening in my life, I was like, you know, I want to just, you know, speak different.
For sure.
I want to speak different, and I feel like I'm that caliber of a lyricist to where I can do that and it won't be corny. I feel like people that don't know how to do it is because they don't understand music, and that's why I say, like, I didn't want to be known as a freestyle rapper, because I wanted people to understand the music acumen that I had. And have. You know, like, I look at myself like a composer. Me and my producer David are sitting there cooking up arrangements with each other. So I feel like the way that I understand music is why I can like rap without cussing and it don't feel like it. You know, you're not noticing it like, oh, this is like a Will Smith rap.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
You're not even paying attention for the cussing.
Right.
For sure.
Just enjoying the music.
You just enjoying the music that's been given.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's a good saying that I like. It's a saying that's used a lot, that behind every great, you know, man.
Yeah.
I don't like the way that sounds.
Okay.
Beside every great man. All right? Beside every great man, there is a great woman.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had a woman because I couldn't see that on your Instagram. But walking into the studio, your beautiful wife walks in here with you.
Yeah.
When did y'all meet?
2021.
Love story.
Yeah, we met in 2021.
Was she like,
you knew she was
some
the
cute
one?
dreads? He's
Nope.
all right.
Nope, neither one of us knew we were the one. Like it was like we were blinded to each other because she was cool with my cousin. And I had just moved back from LA. And you know, I'm just trying to really just
reacclimate yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
You know, and I had got out of a relationship. Probably like.
So you wasn't really looking for nothing.
I wasn't looking for nothing.
You was chilling.
Yeah,
and it came looking for you.
And like she was just in my like I had moved back with my parents at the time, and she was just in a living room eating a sandwich with my cousin.
What kind of sandwich was she eating, man?
What kind
Turkey,
of sandwich
ham?
was it?
Shameless drop, man. Houston Atlanta vegan. You know what I'm saying? She was
He remembers.
Yeah.
He remembers.
Yeah, my cousin actually used to rave about it before I had it for the first time, and then when I had it, it was like, oh yeah,
I see the vision.
I get it.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro, like, you know, I had came back in the house. She know the story better than I do, but like basically, like I just introduced myself to her like a casual, like, you know, because my cousin would bring friends around. That was like a normal thing, you know. And so it was just like, okay, nice to meet you.
That you never see her again.
Thought I'd never see her again. Whatever. Like, or if I did see her again, it was still gonna be just casual.
Hey, high and by. Yeah, for sure.
And then more months went by after healing from the past stuff that I had been in the past relationship.
I like that you said that, healing.
Yeah.
A lot of people, you know, they go through a relationship breakup and right away want to jump into something new because they feel like that might be what helps them get over it, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that you say, I had to heal myself prior to getting into something, that kind of brings you fresh into a new relationship and gives you the opportunity to be able to grow together rather than, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, gotta clean that stuff off of you.
Cleanse yourself.
Bleed, like somebody said, you bleeding on somebody else. That ain't had nothing to do with that.
I like how that was put.
Yeah. So
you putting your pain on them.
Exactly. And I'm glad that I did it too, because like, you know, I in my single season, I realized a lot of toxic things about myself. You know what I mean? And it's hard to come to grips with you not as good of a person as you thought you were. You know, so like it was a real
think you're a good person, Guapo?
Me? I'm terrible. I'm just kidding. I'm great. I'm fine.
For sure.
So y'all meet.
Yeah.
How long till y'all get married?
So, all right. Let's continue with the story.
Yeah.
So that was March.
March at the top of the year.
That was March.
He remembers the details. Remember that. It's the details. He said, I don't really know the story, but I know what she's eating. I know what month it was.
I know certain
you
things.
Remember the day?
Important parts. I don't remember the day. February, I moved back to Houston. March is when I met her for the first time, casually. I'm working on West Fuquay Kids at the time, wrapping up that album.
Dope project, by the way.
Appreciate it.
For sure.
Thank you for listening.
I did. And 5 days.
100.
And the mama version.
Yeah.
There's a lot of music to fit into 5 days, bro.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Appreciate it.
I listen. I did my homework on my boy.
You know. But yeah, so I was wrapping up that project and I was really like getting my relationship right with the Most High for real.
That's
so
real.
I was like,
get your mind right.
I knew that the season I was in after that, because you know, you young, all that, like in my other relationship and like my past relationship, like I was kind of just like casual about it. I wasn't really intentional. And you know, that kind of left the door open for me to kind of just be any kind of way. You know what I mean? And I was like, nah, next person that you put in my life, I'm actually like, I ain't finna play. Cause I'm not playing with you. Like I told the Most High that, like, I'm not playing with you no more. Like I see, like I did a lot of stuff like in that whole season, like that was just, it wasn't true to who I was in essence, but it was like what I had got accustomed to in my environment. And
what you just seen, what you see.
Yeah, and I had a moment, bro. I had a real moment, like where I was like in tears. You know what I mean? Like in my single season, like I wasn't crying about the breakup or anything like that. It was really just like, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do for you. And I really felt like it was a moment where a guy had like honed in on me and was kind of like letting me know his disappointment, but still like it was still loving, which even made me feel like it made me feel even more like just like, dang, like you love me this much, and I'm out here like tripping
like a parent.
Yeah. And so I said I wasn't playing. So okay, that's March. I dropped the project Westview Quake Kids in June. No, in July. June? Okay. In June. And I shot a short film for it. So I had a film showing. And she came to the film showing. Ironically, my ex came to the film showing too. I still hadn't been like, that was the first time that she had ever really been revealed to me like, ooh, like, who is that? And then dun dun dun. Like
the first time you can show yourself.
Man.
Like,
A test in itself, right?
Yeah. It was a crossroad. It was a crossroad. And it was like that at that moment, I knew, like I had already knew it wasn't no going back to that. But
been there, done that.
Yeah. But at that point, it was like, without even thinking about like really, really pursuing her, I was like, I'm glad that she pulled up, because it's like, nah, I'm glad I got that closure for real. Like it's a no. And no disrespect, I hope she living a great life. Yeah. But that's what it was. It was like a nah. And man, I went to approach her at the end of everything, my wife, and like I said like one word to her. I was like, did you like the show? She smiled. She was like, yeah. And
it's all right.
And then somebody came
and that boy all the
he was all right.
You
look cute.
Yeah,
he's fine.
He was handsome.
And then somebody grabbed me. You know how being at an event, when you host the event, like everybody wants to
pull
take
it
pictures.
every direction.
Exactly. So like I'm trying to shoot my shot. And then
y'all getting in my way,
man.
Yeah,
they
hey,
come take
5 minutes. Right.
Then,
let me breathe.
After that, she just started looking at my Instagram and everything and stalking.
She like your 3 posts?
It was like 25.
She like all 3 of them. Yes.
And then I took a picture of a wine glass one day, and I had went out with my dad and my partner, and I took a picture of a wine glass, and then but I had after that night, it was an aura around her. And so it was like I prayed about it. I was like, is this who you want like me to kind of like pursue?
Yeah.
Or whatever. I was praying and I wasn't doing anything. Like I was like, I'm not finna do nothing unless
it's called by you.
And so when I posted that wine glass, she said, looks like a vibe.
Ooh. She got game, bro. You got gamed up.
Yeah. I knew
that.
I knew what it was.
The Riz, bro.
I know what it was.
Once you see those words, you know what time it is.
Game time.
White wine, red wine.
Red.
On the little dry cab.
And she don't even drink wine like that.
Ooh, that's how you know she was feeling the boy.
I don't even want to come over the wine. Just
like a vibe.
Yeah. And so we had a real Houston date. Went to Axelrod.
Okay.
That's real.
That's cool. Yeah.
After they closed.
Went and got some pizza.
Nah, we didn't. Actually, she was late to the date.
Oh,
she was late to the date, and I was about to leave, and she pulled up right in the nick of time because, like,
you thought she ghosted you?
I don't know what happened. All I know is I was finna ghost her.
If she texts me, I'm not answering. There's no way I'm gonna answer.
I had got in that.
I'm standing on my guard
because I'm already in the single mood where I'm like, I'm not even playing with these females.
Facts.
Like I'm not playing with y'all. Like,
look, I'm giving you my time.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Exactly. And so she pulled up, but she was apologetic and everything. You know, she let me know she was coming from her family reunion and all that. So I'm like, okay, it's family. You know, and
She made up for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
After that closed though, bro,
baby.
we walked Buffalo Bayou till like 6 a.m.
That's real.
That's brave.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bayou, no joke.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
crazy homeless
Buffalo
people out there, bro.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
That's real.
We
Just
sat-
talking about everything.
Talked about everything. Talked about God. Talked about like
Ooh.
what I envision for my future
Yeah.
and hers as well. You know, and then what's even funnier is like she had an earring on that said love, right? It said love, and the earring like broke. And so like the thing behind that is like we had these things called like intention bracelets or whatever, and basically like say like your word, maybe you've been struggling with like being focused, right? And then it'll be like focus. So now every time you look at your wrist, it say focus. But once you accomplish that, something always happened to that wristband. You either just it don't resonate no more, and then you give it up, or it'll break or something. And so that night she had earrings on that said love, and they broke. And then after that, you know, H-Town, love, we went to Cats.
Always open 24/7.
and that was it. You know,
So one thing I caught out that
She
story
caught the
here at
vibe.
the end is
She
that
caught
you
the
said y'all
vibe.
talked about God. You know, one thing that's important in relationships, right? And the Bible talks about being evenly yoked with
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
And so did you know that she was already like, you know, spiritually where she was at, or this is something in that walk of, you know,
Till
6 hours?
I had to
That's a long walk.
because I kind of prejudged her.
It was the vibe.
I kind of prejudged her, honestly, because like
I think most men do.
yeah.
We all are guilty of that.
She had like, so you know, just in all honesty, like, you know, I knew what kind of stuff like my cousin was on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, spiritually, I knew what type of stuff that she was on. And
you thought she was there?
Yeah, I thought she was
out
on the
here
same
like
thing,
that?
and then she had like a crystal ball in her
Uh-oh.
in her thing. And so I was like, you know, and the thing is, like, I do a lot of research, so like I could talk to my cousin and really like chop game without being a novice. Like a lot of people that be like, oh, that's witchcraft or that's that. They can't really pinpoint it. But it's like I've dove so deep down that rabbit hole, I could sit there and talk and be like, no, I understand this Wiccan thing. Like this is like you're a Wiccan. Like, you know what I mean? I get that, you know, and you know, it's not judgment, but I don't align with that.
Yeah, it's not me.
Yeah, and so I thought that's kind of like the type of time she was on. And then when I like actually talked to her, she was like, you know, she really expressed her true, you know, desire. She had just got baptized. She had just like really like dove into her relationship with the Most High. So yeah, man, I prejudged.
Need more women like you.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
facts.
So now you
send
married.
them, Lord.
Now you married, right? And recently, I believe you performed for the college football national championship.
No, the basketball.
Basketball?
It was
Was it
basketball.
championship?
Yeah, the final two. The
Yep.
first ever.
The first ever.
Oh, see, I was gonna get into that. I was gonna transition.
We vibing right now.
Yeah, man. How is that? How was that? How is that? Like it's about to happen.
Yeah.
How was that?
Man, when stuff like that be happening, it be like it don't feel real.
Yeah.
Like, but
you went Bun B.
Yeah,
Of all people.
Yeah,
of all people.
That's the homie.
The
Yeah,
OG, the
that's
real
homie.
OG.
The real OG. Him and his team, when I won the H-Town rap battle, you know, just in all honesty, you know, it's a stigma about like the OGs and the young G's in the city and all that. And man,
they don't support.
A lot of people didn't embrace me. You know, a lot of the OGs didn't embrace me when I won the H-Town rap battle. You know, but like Slim Thug did, Lil Flip did, and Bun B did. Like, and Bun B embraced me the most. His whole team did. His wife, his managers, his bodyguards, like the whole Trill camp. Still, like, those are still my people to this day. So like everybody embraced me over there. And yeah, that's the homie.
So you said the OGs, some of them didn't embrace you. How'd that feel, man? Because I mean, you grow up listening to a lot of these guys, and you're like, "Oh, now we're here. We're in an even playing field, right? I'm here with y'all," and they're just like,
we could be comrades.
But it ain't. It ain't. And to me, it was like it's not even an even playing field. Y'all legends already.
For sure. I'm just trying to get my foot in it, though.
I'm trying to get where y'all at, and when I get where y'all at, I'm still gonna be like y'all legends to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So. Like, that's kind of the energy that I was in. Like, dang, like, oh, this is a real thing. Like, people not just, because it is a lot of people that be just complaining and ain't put the work in yet.
For sure.
But, like.
Complaining to complain.
Yeah, but it's like, nah, that's a real aspect. It's not everybody, because even being as close to Bun as I am, I see he can't. No one person, no celebrity can help you build a fan base. 2, as a celebrity, they got people pulling at their collar left and right every single day. Family members.
They can't be on all call.
Exactly.
Fact.
So whatever nod you get from them is a blessing. Yeah. Just go ahead and take it and roll with it. But the biggest thing to take is you the only one that can build your fan base and build your community.
What's been your favorite studio session?
Dang. I hate when you ask this question, bro. Because like everybody gets the same answer. Watch. What's your favorite one?
What do you think he's gonna say? Dun, dun, dun.
So you heard Westview Quake Kids, right?
Yes,
so you know the song "Stay True."
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite studio session. So
got a real answer this time. Yeah. Let's go.
What you gonna say? All of them?
All of them. Every single one. They all different. Yeah, man. You know.
Nah. Our studio sessions be different. Yeah. That's why I say like. We composers over here, like at Avenue A, we composing music. So every bass line you heard on Westview Quake Kids was live bass. You know what I mean? Like, like David knows how to play the guitar. We had a guitarist come in, and you know he just kind of like directed him on what to play. Like you heard the guitar solo on Stay True. A little bit. So it was a jam session. That Stay True was a jam session turned into a song. And we was just all just like, you know, told my boy Zuki, Josh, like, hey, you know, come up with a line. You know, he came up with a bass line. Dun, da, dun, dun. All we had was the bass line at a certain point, and I just start coming up with the verse. And when I came up with the verse, David just start coming up with all kind of textures and stuff to go along with it. So if you really listen to Stay True, it's mainly bass, texture, and lyrics. And then at the end it's a guitar solo. So like that's probably my favorite session.
What's up? The favorite one.
That's a good answer, man. I'm glad you didn't cop out. I hate the cop out answer. I like all of them, man. They
That's the same one. What's a misconception about artists that you see or you hear a lot and is not true?
Misconception about artists.
Or that you could say about yourself that people think.
Man, I would say it's like a vibe. Like, I feel like I be pulling up certain places, and like because of the things that I've done in my career, in my age, like other people in my age group haven't really done, but I still be looking at them like peers.
Yeah.
And I feel like they be expecting me to kind of not. You know what I mean? So like when I pull up certain places, it be like, you here? And they ain't pulled up, like they ain't pulled up to my stuff or nothing like that, but I don't be tripping. Like I be like, I want to show you love. I don't care. Like, so I feel like the misconception is kind of like what I feel like niggas may think I'm a little Hollywood or something. But I always pull up and be like, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm really approachable.
Why do you feel like support is hard here in the city?
Cause everybody like insecure, and we don't have the infrastructure here for people to feel secure. You know what I'm saying? Like the people in LA, like they got all of those office buildings out there. I went to LA, bro. I lived in LA for a month.
I'm from LA, man. Well, San Fernando Valley.
Okay, yeah,
LA.
LA.
We'll
LA.
call it LA. We'll give you the pass.
Hold on, because like here in Houston, people are like, I'm from Houston. I'm like, oh yeah, what part? They're like Cypress. I'm like, that's not Houston, bro.
I mean, it's Houston though.
I'm not gonna get into this conversation.
It's
because
Houston,
not
bro.
Houston, bro.
It's Houston.
No.
It's Houston. Give him the pass.
All right,
Yeah, yeah, it's Houston, bro.
Go elsewhere.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's like saying Van Nuys and all that. Like that's LA. It's LA.
Yeah, that's
Valley.
LA. Yeah.
But
we'll give him the pass today
Yeah.
for you.
But yeah, like, you know, in LA, man, I stayed there for like a month, bro.
Created 5
And
days.
Within a month, I won a cipher and made like $300 in a night. Which, you know, is not that much now.
Especially in LA, that ain't
yeah,
nothing.
like-
That's a night of food.
Yeah, for sure. That's, you know,
But it adds up.
yeah. It's honestly the fact that I won it off of one verse. You know what I mean? Like, went in there, did a cipher, won the bread, got some marijuana. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you probably know, like, when you perform well in LA,
They gonna give you some weed.
you gonna get off stage and somebody's gonna have some weed for you.
Yeah, that's love.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
love though.
So that was my first thing. That was like the first thing I did out there was won some money.
Yeah.
And
And some free weed.
some free weed, and I got a
And it
free
was
dab,
fire.
and I got a free dab, and
And a free dab. So
Yeah.
he was good high.
yeah, took a Uber XL.
That's
Now you just showing
Now
off.
he
bro.
was flex. But you gotta flex like that.
Yeah,
I got the XL. I'm not doing no ride share. Yeah.
took a Uber XL, bro. It lightly drizzled that night.
Lightly.
Lauryn Hill was playing in the car, and we had to ride past USC campus.
So you was vibing for real.
What a vibe.
That was the first night. You know what I'm saying?
The
But
wife
then
said it looks
from-
like a vibe.
in that
She knew.
month, in that month, I went from that to performing in a cipher with JAG and Demerick, and both of them like, bro, you nice. And after that, performing at the Juice Joint with Erykah Badu backup singer, Duran Bernard. In a month. You know what I mean?
Making moves.
You can't do that.
Ain't nobody being he wasn't being
That's
stagnant.
what we're
out
trying
there.
to do.
Yeah.
It took me however many years. Like I was in 2017 when I did the H-Town rap battle. I had been dropping music since 2013. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people that were notable in the city didn't take notice until 5 years later, pretty much. You know what I mean? But like I went to LA, and within a month, people were taking notice. So it's a different level of like insecurity out here with artistry, because you feel like any type of like wave you get, you don't want nobody to kind of like
Jump on it.
Yeah, suppress it or anything like that. And it's like, it's really not about that, bro.
So in a sense, you could say if you can make it in Houston, I mean, if you can come out here and really,
you can make it in Houston, you can for sure make it
anywhere.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
We a hating ass city, bro.
Yeah,
We really are. We got to get out of that. I'm
Hating,
trying to
bro.
help change that, man.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
trying-
for real. Try to show love everywhere, bro. But like you said, man, it's hard.
These artists need it, man.
Yep. Atlanta, go to Atlanta, bro. I go to Atlanta.
I'm
I
not
went to
going
Patchwork, bro, and the engineer went and showed my music to the person that's managing Patchwork, and was like, I ain't gonna hold you. Them Dreamville dudes be up in here.
And they ain't doing what you doing.
They ain't doing what you doing.
Yeah.
That's my first time meeting that dude. That was my first time meeting him. But that's just the vibe out there. That's why Atlanta have a different artist popping off every 2 years.
2 years.
Because it's like that.
They
it's an
support each
industry.
other.
Yeah. And it's an industry. It's money flowing through bro, the money flow in the artistry out here is so different than out there. And so when people figure it out, they don't be wanting to share it
At all. They want to keep it for themselves.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
aside from all that hard work you put in to get to, you know what I'm saying? It's God's favor on you as well, man. for
Bingo.
sure.
Absolutely.
You know, we can't forget that.
Facts.
You know, being when you trying to grow spiritually, you know, God does show you favor, and sometimes it's opening doors and
that you didn't even know could be
yeah,
open.
and it's on you. Like the doors were open for you, and you put in the work.
You got to walk through them.
Yeah, man.
Talk about it,
yeah,
Guapo.
bro.
Hey, Guapo taking us to church, man.
For sure.
I thank him. I really do thank him.
Yeah.
I thank Buddie for coming through tonight, man. I could talk to my guy for another hour. We're gonna do a part 2.
Oh, we doing a part 2.
He dropping sometime this year.
Yes, sir.
He gonna come back. We're gonna talk about the album. We're gonna talk about more about Christ. We're gonna talk about more about life as well, and about these hating Houston streets.
Yes, sir.
Y'all gotta clean it up out here.
We doing it
One block at a time, and I'm gonna do it one day, soon. I promise, man. We gonna be the best. We gonna be like LA and Atlanta, and sometimes New York. We gonna be the best down here. I promise, man. But before Buddie get out of here, I want him to give all of his information where you can look at his 3 posts on Instagram, like Guapo said, and where you can listen to all his music and all the good stuff, man, before he gets up out of here.
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, you can follow me on all socials at BuddieRoe 7100. That's BuddieRoe 7100.
7100 block.
Yeah, you did.
I already know.
Yeah. Yeah, West Fuquay, baby. And you know, the music is the same. Just take off the 7100 and it's BuddieRoe. One word. Because people be, Buddie space Roe. Nah, it's one word. 2 capital letters though. The B and the R are capital.
And it's ROE.
Yes.
Remember
BuddieRoe.
And go to his SoundCloud too. He got some gems on there too.
Gems for sure.
I checked.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got you, big dog. Come on.
If you got music, Jerm's gonna find it, bro.
I'm gonna find it. Somehow, some way, I will find all the music that you have released.
That is
Somehow,
funny.
some way,
That's
I will find it and I will get a hold of it. I even asked Kanye for some. I was like, hey, I can't find lots of value. I said,
Yeah.
thank you, brother.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I needed. You
Yeah.
know, somehow, some way, it'll get found, man. Once again, I want to thank BuddieRoe for stopping through for episode 140, one-on-one with Jerm here on the FOMO Podcast Network. I want to thank my co-host Guapo, man. My guy's killing him with the questions, man. Find somebody better than him. And, we can go to Podcast Wars. I want to do some Podcast Wars. Guap, you want to give any of your information where they can reach out to you or anything like that? Listen to your music?
Trill City Guapo on all platforms. PlayStation Plus, Spotify, YouTube.
PlayStation.
Trill City Guapo. 3 words. Trill City Guapo. I want to thank Buddie, man, but great, man. I can't wait for part 2. I'm ready for part 2, man.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
What the hell was that? That just came out of
Some
I don't
exit
know
music.
where that came from. I was looking around like, I apologize, Guap.
Oh, you good.
I don't know where that
Hey,
came
man,
from.
you good.
Random. Thank you again, man, Guap and Buddie. Thank you, Drew, for editing these videos. Thank you, Kane, for being the man behind the boards.
Grammy
Thank you.
Award.
Grammy nominated. I'll say that. I gotta put that on. I gotta put that respect on my man every time we speak about him. Shadu Coop behind the camera, man. The man behind the camera. Your legs are hurting, I know. But as always, follow me everywhere. One-on-one with Jerm. Except for Twitter, it's WTH on there. Like, comment, subscribe. Go run up to YouTube. Go watch the videos. We should have some more content coming soon. Me and Guapo are going to get out into the streets and utilize these mics and create some content, right, Guap?
Yeah,
I think
man.
so. Yeah, for sure.
Bringing these to the streets.
Bring
Yeah.
it to the streets,
ain't
man.
scared.
One-on-one with Jerm and Guap to the streets, man. As always, follow me everywhere, like I said. YouTube, Facebook, all the good stuff. You got some dope artists like BuddieRoe you want me to interview, man. Send it to my email, 2westboys@gmail.com. That's the number 2, WESSBOYZ. You got some merch you want me to wear on the show? Send it to us, man. We'll rock it for the free. I'll pay.
What's your shirt size?
A large?
You like oversized or
Hey,
We're going to do a
if
merch
it's
swap.
free, it's me. That's my quote.
all right?
But I do pay. Don't think I just want everything for free. I do pay. But if it's free,
But if it's for free,
it's for me.
Gotcha.
Remember that. Man, as always, man, to episode 141. Stay prayed up, stay positive, and the blessings are manifest. We gone. Peace.